Now we shall see the problems on convolution integral. In the last class, we obtained the equation for convolution integral, that is this. Fine. So this is convolution integral. And this is the same same symbol we use for convolution integral as we did for convolution sum. But how do you understand this symbol is convolution integral? By seeing the continuous time signals here. If this is y of n, x of n, and h of n, this is convolution sum. If this is y of t, x of t, and h of t, this is convolution integral. Understand? And when it is integral, we have integration. When we have convolution sum, we have summation symbol here. So it's quite straightforward. Okay, and we also have seen the properties of convolution, that is commutative, associative, and distributive. Fine. Now we shall take this problem wherein we are asked to find out the convolution integral. Find the convolution integral. Fine. Now let's take down this. Let's first write the equation of convolution integral, and before writing that, let's make one decision here. X of t is always given by y of t is given by x of t convolution integral h of t. Now among x of t and h of t, okay, x of t is the signal, fine, that is little complex, okay, compared to h of t. So let this be our first signal. So that is what is our first signal here. Understand? So comparatively, which is a little complex, that needs to be your first signal. Okay, that statement was made in convolution sum also, because the second signal will be shifted, whereas the first signal will be as it is. Understand? That's why the simpler signal needs to be shifted, and little complicated signal, comparatively I'm saying, okay, needs to be your first signal. So let our x of t be our first signal. Fine. Now this can be given as integration tau ranging from minus infinity to plus infinity. I've been telling you, where there is summation, there should you have your integral, and where there is k, there should be your tau. Fine. Then we here had x of k, okay, h of n minus k, right? So what it would become? It would become x of tau into h of t minus tau d tau. Understand? Now this is how the equation of convolution integral looks like, and that is something that we have obtained in the derived in the last class. Now let's substitute these signals here within the integral. What is x of tau now? X of tau, if this is x of t, x of tau is just replacing ty tau, right? So it would look like e power minus a tau into u of tau. Okay, and h of t is u of t, so it is h of t minus tau is u of t minus tau. U of t minus tau d tau. Now let's again analyze these signals. What is this signal? This signal is decaying exponential for k ranging, so it's not k now, what is it? It's tau, for tau ranging from 0 to infinity. So this is decaying exponential, that is this decaying exponential from 0 to infinity. And what is this? This is shifting. One way of talking about it is shifting u of minus tau to right by t units. So therefore the range is what? Range of this is, anybody? Can you talk about the range of this? Therefore, ranges from where to where? Anybody? See, u of tau, everybody just see it, u of tau ranges from 0 to infinity. U of minus tau ranges from minus infinity to 0. U of t minus tau ranges from
T to infinity.
t to infinity, no. It's shifting u of minus tau to the right by t units, I'm saying. It's shifting u of minus tau to the right by t units. Huh? No.
T to 0.
Minus infinity to t.
Minus infinity to t. That's it. See here, I'll just give you the justification for this. Fine. See here, that's a time-consuming stuff because I should not be doing that every time. Okay, so let's do that now. I'll just show you how it needs to be dealt with. So this is continuous time now. So this is tau. This is u of tau, right? So this is 1 from 0 to infinity. That is why these dots. Okay. Then we have to have u of minus tau. U of minus tau means this is something that looks like this. This is 1 from minus infinity to 0 minus. So this is u of minus tau, the reflection of this. Okay, the x-axis is tau only. Fine. Now, here you are shifting this u of minus tau to the right by t units. You'll shift. Now it is standing at 0, it ends at 0. Now if you shift it to the right by t units, it will come and stand at t. Now this would be minus infinity only, because minus infinity, if you shift to t, that would still be minus infinity only. Understand that? So this is minus infinity to t. So this is u of t minus tau. So the range here is 0 to infinity. The range here is minus infinity to 0, and the range here is minus infinity to t. So this is something that we need to understand. So this exercise I am not doing again and again. Fine, in almost every problem you will find a signal like u of t minus tau. And u of t minus tau is shifting u of minus tau to the right by t units. So its range would become minus infinity to t. So this is this signal. Let me just, since I have shown you this, let me show you this also. Fine. So what is that? E power minus a tau is what it is. So it is decaying exponential is what I've already told you. So it's decaying exponential. Any exponential for that matter at 0, it will have what? Amplitude 1. So it's e power minus a tau. This is tau. Okay. So you're multiplying this by u of tau. That's it. You are multiplying it by u of tau, which is 1 from 0 to infinity. So what is the product of these two? If you multiply these two, you are going to get e power minus a tau u of tau, and that would be this. Understand this point, everybody? So these two signals are what you need to be dealing with. But this is moving signal. This is stationary signal. Why this is moving signal? Both t and tau are there, but here only tau is there. Okay, so this is stationary. This is moving. Everybody understand this now? Okay, so this you need not have to do every time, mind you. It's every time if you do this, this will consume a lot of time. Okay, and you should not let the time to go for sketching all these signals which you already have seen so many times. Understand? That's what is there in box is just for your reference, mind you. Fine. So let's go with sketching this and see how the convolution integral would look like. Everybody. So the first signal that I need to have is this. Fine. The stationary signal, which is 1 from 0 to infinity. So sorry, it's not 1 from 0 to infinity. It is e power minus a tau into u of tau is this. Your first signal. Fine. Then the moving signal. This is 0 and this is tau, mind you. With respect to tau, we are sketching it because once it comes within the equation, it's tau. Fine. And this is the other signal, which is 1 from minus infinity to 0. So this is u of t minus tau. Now again the same exercise. Case number 1, case number 2. When would there be a no overlapping case? Anybody? Case 1. When would there be no overlapping case? Let me write that for your reference. Case 1 is this. You have a signal like this. So this is 0. Fine. Then you have a signal like this, which is t. Understand? So this is no overlapping case. So when would there be a no overlapping case? So when t is less than 0. When t is less than 0 is what we need to look at. Case number 1. So when t is less than 0, that means when t is less than 0, there is no overlapping. So that means no players are handshaking. That example. Okay. So no overlapping. Okay. So therefore, y of t would be 0 for t less than 0 is your first case. Understand this point? Now can you give me case number 2, everybody? Case number 2. Again, let's take this red signal. That's stationary signal. Right? And let's take the moving signal. Let our moving signal come like this and stand somewhere over here. So this is 0. This is t. Now, what is this case? Can you tell me now? What is this case? This is when t is greater than or equal to 0. Greater than or equal to 0. When t is greater than or equal to 0, see the range where it is getting overlapped. Understand that, everybody, now? So where is the overlapping
0
range?
to t.
0 to t
0
is
to
the
t.
overlapping range. So when t is greater than or equal to 0, okay, the range of overlap or overlapping range is tau from 0 to t. So therefore, equation number 1, where is our equation number 1? This is our equation number 1. Yes. So this is our equation number 1. Fine. And in that range, in the overlapping range, what is that equation number 1 happening to be? So this equation number 1 in that overlapping range would now look like y of t equal to integration tau ranging from 0 to t, because this is the overlapping range. Okay, we have e power minus a tau as it is. Then the other two, see, and another signal we have in this overlapping range. Let me write. Let me write that also. So this red signal is what? E power minus a tau. And this blue signal is what? This blue signal is 1. So in this overlapping range, we have a signal which is e power minus a tau, and we have a signal which is 1. So e power minus a tau into 1 d tau. So in convolution sum, we were obtaining the summation of this. Now we have to obtain the integration of this. So can you integrate this yourselves, everybody? Go on. What is integration of e power minus a tau with respect to tau, mind you? So a would become a constant there. Fine. So it would look like what? Therefore, y of t would be e power minus a tau divided by minus a, because a is a constant there, and we are integrating with respect to tau. So this is how it looks like, and we need to apply, okay, the integration limits to this. That's what t 0 to t or this. So it would be 1 by minus 1 by we can keep out. Okay, so it would look like e power minus at minus e power 0. Fine. So what would this be? So this would be minus 1 by a is here. Okay, this e power minus at, let it be as it is, and this e power 0 will be 1. Fine. So since there is a negative sign, if you have to take it inside, or if you have to eliminate it, we can write it as 1 by a times 1 minus e power minus at. Okay, so this is your y of t for t ranging for greater than or equal to 0, for t greater than or equal to 0. So this is what is case number 2. So have you covered the whole range in 2 cases? Yes, we have covered the whole range. See, it is going from 0 to infinity, it is this. From minus infinity to 0, it is this. So we have covered the whole range. Understand that? So therefore, let's summarize it. What is the summary of the result? What is it? Y of t is 0 for t less than 0, and it is 1 by a times 1 minus e power minus at for t greater than or equal to 0. So this is one way of writing it. What is the compact form? Okay, so that is y of t equal to, anybody, what is the compact form? It's 1 by a 1 minus e power minus 8 into what? What do we multiply this with? So it has to extend from 0 to infinity. See, it has to extend from 0 to infinity. For t less than 0, from minus infinity to 0, it is 0. So what you should multiply this by?
U of t.
Yeah, you have to multiply this by u of t, because u of t is 1 from 0 to infinity. So you can represent your answer in any of these forms. Okay, so this is what is the convolution integral that we are supposed to be obtaining. Fine. So let's move on to the next problem now. Fine. Consider problem number 2, everybody. Consider an LTI system with unit impulse response h of t equal to e power minus at u of t. If the input applied to the system is, if the input applied to this system is x of t equal to e power minus 3t u of t minus u of t minus 2, find the output y of t of the system. Find the output y of t of the system. So this is not a straightforward problem. They have given us the impulse response and they have given us the input, okay? And this is the impulse response of LTI system, mind you, okay? So they have given us an LTI system with this as the impulse response, okay? If the input is x of t, find the output of the system they're asking us. So what is going to be the output of the system? Since it is continuous time LTI system, the output of the system is convolution integral of unit impulse response and the input. Understand that? So that we shall say now. Therefore, in the solution, output of an LTI system is continuous time, okay? Continuous time LTI system is convolution integral. Okay, so therefore y of t would be x of t convolution y of t. X of t convolution y of t. So what is this? Given by, you have to always write this equation, tau ranging from minus infinity to infinity, x of tau. So it's not y of t, it is h of t, mind you. H of t minus tau d tau. So this is how it is going to look like. Now let's sketch this signal h of t and x of t itself we shall sketch, and then we shall take that x of tau and h of t minus tau, because all this is there. Or shall we draw? We shall just substitute this itself. Therefore, no problem. Y of t. See, one is, see, what is this? Is this infinite signal? Is this infinite signal, anybody? Or what is the range of this signal? Anybody? What is the range of this x of t? Range of this x of t is 0 to 2. And what is range of this h of t? Range of this h of t is 0 to infinity. So one is infinite signal, the other is finite signal. Understand? So let's see what happens with this. Therefore, y of t can be written as tau ranging from minus infinity to infinity. E power, so now what is this? E power minus 3 tau. E power minus 3 tau, okay, into u of tau minus u of tau minus 2. So this is the first signal, x of tau. And what is h of t minus tau? See here, this is h of t, right? So h of t minus tau would be what? H of t minus tau would be e power minus t minus tau into u of t minus tau d tau. So this is how the signal is. Understand this point? Now there is an exponential which can be split into two, and something that is not that has got nothing to do here within the integral can be kept out. Fine. So this can be written as, therefore, y of t can be written as, see, I'll keep this e power minus tau minus t out. E power minus t I'll keep out. Fine, then integration tau ranging from minus infinity to infinity. And then we'll be left with e power minus 3 tau and e power tau. And what I'm telling you is this. See, this can be written as e power minus t into e power tau plus tau, because minus into minus. So it would be e power tau and e power minus t. So this e power minus t has got nothing to do within the integral, so we have kept it outside. Fine. Then this e power tau is there and this e power minus 3 tau is there. So if you just combine these two, you'll be left with what? E power minus 2 tau, because it would be e power minus 3 tau plus tau. Okay, so that's why it becomes e power minus 2 tau into u of tau minus u of tau minus 2 into u of t minus tau d tau. So this completely is what? This is what? This is again the decaying exponential. Decaying exponential for tau ranging from, can anybody tell me now? For tau ranging from 0 to 2 is this. And what is this? This is 1 for tau ranging from minus infinity to t. So this is one signal which will keep coming in most of the problems. Understand? So let's sketch now. Let's sketch. So first, this is moving. So this is stationary rather. This is stationary signal and this is moving signal. So let's draw these two now. Let's draw. Fine. So how they are going to look like. So this is, what did I say? This is the first signal that we are seeing here is the stationary signal, which is exponential. So this is 1. Always this would be 1. Okay. And this would be decaying. From where to where? 0, 1, 2. So here I need to stop this. So this you are not supposed to extend or show converging. So we need to stop here. So this is what is tricky about this problem. Okay. Fine. Now let's do this. So this is tau. Fine. I'm not supposed to understand. I'm not rather needed to understand what is this. So it is decaying exponential and it is going from 0 to 2. Fine. So this is your what? X of tau, let's write. Fine. And this is e power minus 2 tau. Fine. Now let's write another signal, which is this u of t minus tau. Fine. What is that u of t minus tau? Is this. This is u of t minus tau. Fine. So this is how the things are going to look like. Or let's not name this as x of tau. It would be wrong. This is the signal, the stationary signal. Okay. And this is moving signal. Let's just understand that. Fine, and this is stationary signal, which is e power minus 2 tau from 0 to 2, from 0 to 2. So that is this signal. It is understood. Fine. Now, what is case 1? No overlapping case. Anybody would like to tell me that? Case 1.
Less than 0.
What less than 0?
T.
Yeah, we should say that. For t less than 0. So let's write that diagram. Fine. So it would be good for those who have confusions. Fine. The stationary signal I'll write in red. That is this. 0, 1, 2. This is stationary signal, mind you. Okay. And this is moving signal. This is t. So there is no overlap for t less than 0. So what we can say? No overlapping. This implies that y of t is 0 for t less than 0. Fine. So what is the next case? Next case, you can just tell that by seeing this. What is the next case? Case number 2. For let me write this, and then we shall understand this case. Fine. So that is this. Let's take this. This is your stationary signal in red. 0, 1, 2. Fine. And this is your moving signal. And now the moving signal will go here and stand here somewhere. This is t, mind you. Now, which case is this? For t?
Overlap.
Yeah, for t
T
greater
less
than or
than
equal
or equal
to
to 0.
and t less than 2. Yes or no? It is t greater than or equal to 0 and t less than 2 is your second case. Everybody understand that? So there is another thing that we can tell. What is that? T can even be said as less than 2, right? Less than 1. Okay. But whether it is less than 1 or less than 2, in the overlapping range, you will have the same signal. Understand that? So let's say instead of saying it's less than 1, let's say it's less than 2. Somewhere in between this t would be. From here to here, somewhere in between this t would be. Starting from 0, okay, to 2, somewhere in between it would be there. Fine. So what is the overlapping range there? What is the overlapping range? So this is
0 to t.
range. That is from 0 to t. Right? So let's write that now. So that means we need to say, so this is for t greater than or equal to 0 and for less than 2. Fine. So overlapping ranges. K, so it's not K, tau. Still with convolution sum. Okay. Tau ranging from 0 to t. Right. So therefore, equation number now overlapping range is 0 to t. Okay. So therefore, equation number 1 becomes what? Okay. From 0 to t, this is e power minus 2 tau. This would be 1 and this would also be 1. Or you can just see here in the overlapping range what's happening in the overlapping range. What is this red signal? Red signal is e power minus 2 tau. Let's just write that. It's e power minus 2 tau. Okay. And this blue signal is 1. This is just 1. Understand that? So in that overlapping range, it is e power minus 2 tau into 1. So therefore, equation number 1 implies y of t equal, we have to see equation number 1 and write, because in equation number 1 there is an exponential outside this integral also. See here? So this should not be forgotten, e power minus t. Understand that? So without forgetting that, you need to deal with. So this is equation number 1. Let's call this as equation number 1. Fine. So that equation number 1 is what we are dealing with. Fine. So it's e power minus t. We need to have it outside the integral. And within the integral, you can easily write by just seeing this. It is 0 to t now, because range is that, overlapping range is that. And in that overlapping range, you have e power minus 2 tau into 1 and d tau. That's it. Okay. Now you need to what? Integrate this. And if you integrate, you will get this as e power minus 2 tau by minus 2. Right? It goes from 0 to t. So this is what is the integration. So you'll be left with e power minus 2 t divided by minus 2. So it's e power minus 2 tau. So 2t now, it's not tau, right? After applying the limits, and e power 0. So this would look like what? Therefore, y of t would be what? E power minus 2t by 2 into 1 minus e power minus 2t. Okay, so this is how the things look like for t greater than or equal to 0 and less than 2. So this is not over now. We have third case also. We have third case also, because one is finite, the other is infinite. Let's write that third case. This is just the second case we have seen. One is non-overlapping case. Okay. Another one is this overlapping case. Now this t, if it goes beyond 2, greater than or equal to 2, or greater than 2, what happens? Okay, so is what we'll see. Now earlier this t was here, so this was the case. Now this is the case. Now case 3, let me write that case 3 here, and then let's take it over that place. Case 3 is what? Now we would just see this. Case 3 would be this. You have the stationary signal like this, 0, 1, 2, and this is e power minus 2 tau. And your moving signal, which is 1, is this. This is also 1, and this red signal is also 1 at 0. Okay, so that was not taken care here. I should have written this as 1 only. So both are 1s, right? So the 1 actually should come from here. Fine. Because the red signal is also 1, and this also is 1. Fine. And here is the overlapping range. Got that? Now can you tell me the overlapping range, and when this t is, I'm telling you this t is here now. So from where to where the overlap is, when t is greater than 2 is what we're looking at. So the overlapping range is this.
0 to 2.
0 to 2 is the overlapping range. Good. Here. from here to here the overlapping is. Understand that? So the overlapping range is from 0 to 2 now. So what is the case? Case is t greater than 2. Understand that? So let's take this there. So this is the third case that we have to get. Yeah. Now let's redraw this overlapping range from here to here. So this is the overlapping range. Okay. Now let's just say this. Therefore, for t greater than 2, overlapping range is tau ranging from 0 to 2. Okay. Therefore, equation number 1 implies that y of t, everybody should not forget e power minus 2t out. Let me show you again. E power minus 2t outside there. Okay. And in the range of integration, that is tau ranging from 0 to 2, it's again e power minus 2 tau into 1 d tau. Okay with this? So integrate now. It's e power minus 2t. Fine. So when you integrate, it would be e power minus 2 tau by minus 2, and you're applying limit 0 to 2. Fine. So it would be minus e power minus 2t by 2 into e power minus 4 minus 1. Understand that? So therefore we can write our y of t is actually e power minus 2t by 2 1 minus e power minus 4. Fine. And this is for t greater than 2. Fine. So this is your third case. So we have 3 cases. If both were infinite, as was the case previously in the first problem, there were just 2 cases. Let me just show you that. In the previous problem, there were just 2 cases. One is no overlapping case. Okay. Another one is overlapping case. Right. But since here both the signals are, one signal is finite and the other signal is infinite. This is finite, this is infinite. So this is one case. This is the second case. And this is supposed to be your third case. So that's why we have 3 cases. Understand? So let's summarize now. Summary of the result. Y of t is equal to 0 for t less than 0. Okay. It is 1 by 2 times 1 minus e power minus 2t, 1 minus e power minus 2t into e power minus t. Is it correct? Or how we had written that? E power minus 2t by 2 into 1 minus, yeah. Is this okay? We have e power minus 2t out or t out here. We have e power minus t out. See, we have been making this mistake. So it's e power minus t out we have taken, and we have been writing e power minus 2t, so which is wrong. So it's just e power t that is there outside the integral. I think you're not telling me the mistakes that I've been committing everywhere. This mistake has come. So it's e power minus t, and this is also e power minus t, and this also is e power minus t. So everywhere outside the integral you have e power minus t, not e power minus 2 tau. The same mistake continued here. So one mistake if we do and just keep on seeing that mistake itself, it's blunder actually. It's all e power minus 2 t's, e power minus t actually. So you have to just refer to equation 1 every time, and this is how it is going to look like. Fine, so that's why in the summary we have this: for t greater than or equal to 0 and less than 2, fine, and this is half 1 minus e power minus 4 e power minus t for t greater than 0. So this is what is your y of t.